Finally, we are online. Hey everyone, how's it going? How you doing? Huh?
I loved that. I feel so pumped. I feel so pumped right now.
That's right, cutting a promo.
Not even none of the show shit at all.
Nothing, man. It's Christmas for me this month. I can't remember anything else unless it involves a squared circle. I'm sorry, I can't.
Is it because your favorite president's born around this time?
No, who was born around this time?
Reagan.
My favorite president.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Trump?
Hella.
I'll tell you right now, and Corey knows this too. I've been blowing him up with a bunch of AI president shit, and it hits me in such a way, in such a happy way.
He sent me presidents playing Magic the Gathering.
Steve, if I find one for wrestling, you will love it. They just say things like, "Oh no, the bloodline is peak wrestling, blah, 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 that's a mid take." They'd be like the '90s hardcore, degenerate era. That's the it's just the funniest thing because you're hearing them use like actual terms. Where you're like, holy shit! Someone who loves this wrote this, and then they're using
someone who loves Magic legitimately wrote.
It's so good. There's one that was like about all the like, so it's Trump, Obama, and then Biden typically, and
the voices,
the AI voices.
I saw that one. One I saw.
And they typically do like the one I want to say in Corey is like they rank Halo, which Halo games are the best, and it's so funny. It's so funny. Lizzie Cannon, hello. Brad, thank you for the rate of 6. As you could tell, y'all, we got a.
We're here for the update, the weekly show where we talk about the stuff in the news that excites us, and later on we answer questions from you, the people.
See, that's how it's supposed to go. Steve's.
Yeah, I see that. No, he's right. I mean, I knew I was going to mess it up.
You know what, though, Tom? I can't fault that. I've never felt that jazzed for a show in a long time.
I mean,
is jazzed the right word?
Jazz. I say jizzed, but I'm pretty jizzed.
What you need to understand is that tonight, Tom, Corey, and the Azorian one tonight in that very ring are going to open a can on everyone in the Nerd On chat if you smell what the Rock is cooking.
Yeah, man. This is Steve. You're no longer allowed to skip updates.
Look. Steve's is probably one of my. I don't know how to say. There's not a lot of like directors or producers who want to work with an actor. They never got a chance to work with them. But Steve's and I feel like I've always wanted to work with him for such a long time. And his little bitch ass is just like, oh, I'm gonna have a family and I take care of them, and I have to have a job and to take care of things. I'm like, be young and dumb.
Get him down here.
Be young and dumb.
And make some good old content. That hashtag algorithmic content, no story, just memes. It's everything that's in the theaters right now. Then you'd be a famous Instagrammer, never before you ever set stage on a play and memorize lines.
I could be Straw Hat Goofy.
You could be Straw Hat Goofy?
I mean, I could have.
What's Straw Hat Goofy?
Oh wow, am I the one who knows that is? You now will see him if you go to like AMC theaters or Regal. He does like a lot of the interview stuff that happens before, but the guy's from TikTok and does like movie review. But he's like a very positive movie review individual. If you've heard of Jay Stoobs, they had a podcast together.
Man, I know who Straw Hat Goofy is.
Yeah, he basically has blown up and now shows up at all these movie premieres doing interviews on the red carpet because of his TikTok.
The one that blew him up was someone had heard of him, like it was Jason Momoa or someone knew who he was on the red carpet, and that went viral. And
now Ryan Coogler also saw him on the red carpet for Black Panther.
Who it was.
Ryan Coogler saw him and was like, blew up.
I know who you are. Straw Hat
So now he has a thing with Regal, I believe, where he's a part of their like before the trailers segments.
All I want is that woman who flirts with Andrew Garfield and them to have like a rom-com. You know what I'm saying? It's great.
That's her bit on the red carpet. She flirts with everyone.
Oh yeah, but it's good. It's electrifying. I'm like, God bless. Like the confidence they have with each other is so good. You know what I'm saying? It's so good. It hits me in a type of way. Mr. Big Nate, thanks for the resub for 15 months, baby. Thank you. But no, I don't know Jay Stoobs. Also, if you're looking for some fun,
you do know Jay Stoobs.
You've seen her.
Yeah.
Her? Is it her?
She's yeah. Jay Stoops is her, and she and Straw Hat Goofy had a podcast, or might still have it. I don't know for sure, but they're both like the top like pop culture movie.
She's as critical as Marvel movies as you are, Tom. I'm surprised you haven't.
Oh, but does she have like? Is she the one that has like the terrible takes about a lot of comic book stuff though?
I don't know.
Because sometimes she'll be like, I don't know.
Hair?
There's some, I don't know, but there's some of them that like, I feel like you're just doing it to be mean. Where me, when I criticize something, I just want more.
She's not mean.
I just want more from it. Like
yeah, she's not.
Yeah.
Because they invite her to all the Marvel premieres, like she's there on the red carpet. Like they like her, but she will critique a movie fairly, but she's not negative about it. People are negative to her, but she's not very. I mean, even when I disagree with her, I like the way she delivers it.
I mean,
so I gotta respect
and
that.
this is my thing. When I critique a thing, it's never to be like I think this is bad or stupid. I just like I think we deserve more, and that's constantly always gonna be my bar. Is like, is this as good as it can be, or could we be done better? I recently just watched Creed 2 and Magic Mike 2. Because the trilogies came out this year, and I was like, sweaty men. Man,
Creed 2 was fire.
Those sequels are not as good as the first ones. I feel like for me.
I like Creed 2, but you also got to have that. It's that Rocky 4 connection. I mean, it's sitting pretty well review wise. I don't know, Tom.
Sure,
I like Creed 2. Well, fuck you. I like Creed 2.
And I was like, Captain Marvel got review bombed like crazy. Doesn't mean anything. But like, I don't know.
Say it to Michael's face, bitch. Go ahead.
Cool. He didn't write it, nor did he direct it.
The third one he did.
The third one he did. So I'll tell that to his face. I'm like, maybe the second one's better. It's like, or I enjoyed the first one more than the second one. Interestingly, in the same correlation I had for Magic Mike, Magic Mike actually just like kind of like meant something, and it was kind of trying to tell a story. Where like the second one just like things just happen, and then who cares? And I was just like, I felt a little bit that way with the second Creed, and I was just like. But anyways,
you say Magic Mike 2, and I do want to. It makes me want to think of Matt Damon's quote when he was impersonating Matthew McConaughey on Letterman, saying, "Mr. Soderbergh, I think it's time for me to take my shirt off." So I thought Magic Mike 2. That's probably what Shannon was saying. Yeah, it's time to take my shirt off.
Corey, have you watched that President AI Magic thing yet, or no?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were the aficionado on that already. So
hello.
That's why I said it seems like someone who knows magic wrote that. Yeah. Context clues.
Hey. I don't know.
Oh, we lost the Steves.
God damn it. Oh God, every time.
We lost him.
That
means our whole background's all off.
No, that's not how that works anymore.
Oh, good.
No. You're connected by the screen that I'm streaming it straight into.
Sure, but we have a black screen now is what I mean.
Oh yeah, that's fine. But remember before when we were using like Zoom and then it was like
oh yeah,
and we would record that for podcasts and it's just like
it's awful.
Like it would be like Caitlin, or it would never be me. Sometimes it'd be you, I think. On the hot days.
Oh yeah. We lost our power a few times.
Terrible. Oh, Brad's always giving us questions, and I was gonna have him start the news.
Well, I'll start with the news. Because mine's more of a discussion, so it'll take a little longer. Maybe we'll buy some time.
He's gonna come in really hot and heavy, though.
What's that?
He's gonna come in really hot and heavy right in the middle of your news.
Yeah, it's sensitive news. It's not sensitive news, but the topic is. So, this is for all my parents out there.
Oh, also, real quick, let's clap sync.
Oh yeah, excuse me.
Brad's in the audience.
Anthony and Steve's.
CM Punk.
There it is. Wait for Brad. Although he's on a walk and listening.
Oh.
Yeah, Brad, you got to clap. We're just waiting on you to clap. And we can start the news.
I'm waiting. Everyone watching on the VOD, just know.
This is Brad. There it is. All right. So this is all my parents out there, my fellow rents. There is a internet star named msrachel, and she has msrachel songs for littles, and it's for kids from ages months old up to toddlers, and it teaches them language, music, songs, all that kind of stuff. And she's recently, gotta love the internet, been bullied off of social media, off of TikTok. Has recently posted that she will be leaving TikTok for her mental health because it all started with her frequent co-collaborator, Jules, who uses they, them pronouns. And it's unfortunate. Her show is all about positivity and, you know, communicating. And it's like, she's like the internet's Mr. Rogers. And
Well, the new generations.
The new generation, Mr. Rogers. And she's been bullied not only for standing with Jules, who has also been bullied for using they, them pronouns and trying to indoctrinate the children, even though none of the songs or anything is telling people that they have to use their own pronouns, or it is a they, them situation, and then they move on with the songs. Do you know what I mean?
It's, you know, to me, it's almost equivalent as
the
like
respect thing, and then it's
if Corey was a teacher, it's like, oh, you call him Mr. Powers, and it's like, well, his name's Corey.
you're indoctrinating us.
It's like, shut yo bitch. Anyways.
And so yeah, it's just, I just feel like, if we really run out of that many things to be actually upset about, that we're going out, you know, first of all, a thing you can turn off very quickly and not seek out on the internet if you don't agree with their wanting to be called by the pronouns that they choose because it makes them feel comfortable in their own body. You could turn that off. But like, it just seems strange to me that this is the thing that we've bullied this person off of the internet, you know? And it reminds me of like Daisy Williams being bullied off the internet for being cast in Star Wars.
Oh, Daisy Ridley?
Sorry, what did I say?
Daisy Williams. I was like, who is that?
Sorry. I was like Maisie Williams.
All I was gonna say is like even more
Daisy
people
Ridley,
I don't know about.
Daisy Ridley being bullied off the internet for just being in Star Wars. And so it's like, I don't know. I'm exhausted by it. This was like the final straw for me. I was like, fucking come on, guys. Can we just live and let live a little bit? So that's my news. I'm wishing both of them the best.
Do you mind if I chime in that for a little bit?
Oh, I wish you would, yeah.
This is my little take on it. A little take. Everyone take a little bit of salt, you know, with this grain, you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm gonna say. When I think of who I am, I don't think of myself as like a 31 to turning 32-year-old adult. I kind of think of myself still as like that kid who's like figuring out the world and like maybe not old enough to like know everything. But then there's people who in that same cognitive leap who don't realize that they are also adults and, you know, have responsibilities and have things to like to care about and to worry about. And those people have kids, and when they don't understand a thing, they're scared of it. They don't know how to absorb it. They want to try to reason or fight against or do anything to change it so it makes sense to them instead of them meeting that thing halfway through.
Sure.
And
yeah,
the first reaction is like, I don't understand it. Why is my kid potentially being exposed to it? And then they're like, well, I'm going to get mad at it because I have the power to do it on their phone, through their computer, X, Y, and Z.
behind the keyboard.
And it's bullshit because it's just showing, I think, the world the more dismayed thing that people don't really want to accept. And pretty much that's like a lot of parents shouldn't be parents because they don't even know how to like accept change and accept new things in the world that their kid is going to have to be exposed to. Like they're literally doing what South Park moms, Mortal Kombat moms did to us. And if we can't see that trend, that chain, that cycle, then what the fuck are we even like doing? Like this is going to happen in the future when like we figure out like, all right, cool. Cars are no longer the most important vehicle. Now it's going to be a plane, and everyone's going to have their own personal planes because we found that the fuel needed for that is more important. And then all of a sudden some millennial is probably going to be like, no, that's the bad one. It's like, you remember 9/11? It's like everyone remembers 9/11, but then it's like, but this is progress, you know, like it's, It's utterly, to me, like I never want to be putting my judgment onto like parents, because I just don't know what that's like. I don't even know what it's like to be married or even have the conversation to have kids. But to see how a human being can kind of immediately turn on their like fight or flight when they're when they witness or experience something they don't understand and that they don't want to understand, they just want someone to understand them. It shows like that childlike nature of just like, oh, things weren't explained to you, or you never experienced that thing in a way where you can be open and agreeable. And now that your child is probably going to be in that space, you don't know what to do, and then everything you've taught them kind of contradicts what's out there in the world.
Sure. Become defensive. Not that that's an excuse for any of that, but
no.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, especially over something just like someone on the show using they them pronouns. That was it. There was no song about it. There was no lesson about it. It's just weird.
No,
it's just weird.
I mean,
people need to get over themselves.
No, and then like it's just there's a big huge discussion about just like parents, their children, and the internet, and then the response to that or their lack thereof.
Yeah.
And just kind of just shows a little bit of like not necessarily the climate or the temperament, but just the peaks and valleys of like where we are. And it, like most people, Corey and I were probably very like, we live in LA, we live in California, we've lived in California all our lives. We know a bunch of trans people, Asian people, black people, gay, lesbian, as many people that could be considered a minority or has been affected in some ways where they were not seen as a majority and had to fight for their rights to have equal like life,
face some sort of oppression.
But then I think Corey and I kind of be like, I don't know, we're kind of just like normal straight dudes who like, hey, like I might eat red meat, but then like I know what it's like, that equal rights and human civility is like, should be a basic understanding of life, but in have the, I don't know.
It's like, I was talking to my wife Dana about it a little bit, and I was like, could you imagine, because I likened her to, the internet's Mr. Rogers, this generation's Mr. Rogers, and I was like, could you imagine if we had the internet around when Mr. Rogers had the episode where he had his black friend share a pool with him during the civil rights? Like, it's weird. It's weird to think back and be like,
well, it's funny.
It's kind of the same.
It's the same thing, right? But then also in that same sense, like you have a lot of more aggressive conservative people kind of say like, we could never do Tropic Thunder or The Office. And it's like, maybe you couldn't, like, but doesn't that show that there is something wrong, that like things can't be allowed to breathe and to be explored and have spaces preserved for them to see that stuff? And obviously there is a baseline for morality and all that stuff. And I don't know, it just gets to the point where it's like, it gets real crazy where it's like, we can't have super nice things and we can't have comedy that's like too much in your face. And it's like, it's hard. Moving on.
Yeah, that's my news.
That's your news.
Just fucking be nice to people. That's my news.
Be nice, be cool, let people live,
Live and let live, baby.
And then also let them find happiness. As long as it don't hurt nobody. And if it physically doesn't hurt you, then chill out. My news. I'm surprised that Corey didn't pick this as news, but obviously this is very important to him and this one reaches home. Mine is Seth Rogen, baby, perpetual teenager. Obviously he doesn't own the rights to it, neither does Kevin Eastman or Peter Laird, but the project that are all connected to is the Nickelodeon Movies and Paramount Studios new film coming out, animated film, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, which features the art-styled animation direction, wherever you would like to call it, but the aesthetic of what you see from Mitchell versus the Machines, because the two directors attached to it are the ones who directed Mitchell versus the Machines. And the trailer came out today. I know our audience is very sensitive towards like spoilers and trailers and stuff like that. All I'm going to say, without telling you what the plot of the movie is or how it looks and everything like that, you just know how the animation style will be. I'm going to tell you the cast because I think the cast is actually pretty interesting. Jackie Chan plays Master Splinter. You have
I'm so excited for that.
you have where do I have? You have Mika Abbey as Donatello. You have Shimon Brown Jr. as Michelangelo, Nicholas Cantu as Leonardo, and Brady Noon as Raphael. Kids. In our
Kids
minds,
and teenagers.
It's kids. In our minds, they're kids, but if you think about it, like they are teens. They actually are teenagers playing teenagers, and it always makes sense. And it makes you actually really turn on that idea of like, man, the voices of the turtles have always been adults, and it's never been a problem for us. And then now that we're hearing them as teens, it's like, wow.
It took me a second.
The stark difference.
It took me a second to just kind of calibrate. I had to restart it, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then go back.
I'm pretty excited. Also, if I mispronounce any of the names, I apologize. You could kill me in the comments. It's totally fine. Yeah, it's interesting to see. I'm quite excited. You know, if you think with Seth Rogen's name everywhere, you're kind of like, I'm scared, you know, like he's getting too powerful. But I was like, is it gonna be good? Because so far a lot of his like projects haven't been not favorable. I mean, I think what's the one most recently a movie? What's the one with the boys? Good Boys?
Oh yeah.
That just
Hey!
Oh my goodness. There he is.
Well, he had American Pickle.
American Pickle, which was on HBO Max, which also no one watched. But
good,
Steve,
though.
I need your audio just to make sure we got you in here.
Hi.
Okay, cool. He's back. Steve, you missed all the news, baby.
That's great.
Did he help produce Invincible? I know that's a Robert Kirkman thing. The Boys, in particular. We're talking about the new TMNT. Seth Rogen.
He did,
Seth Rogen did produce Invincible.
yeah, but what's the other one he did?
The Boys, Invincible, Preacher.
Preacher, yeah. So like,
Preacher was his first.
and you know, I kind of really appreciate him and Evan. Always talk about they're the ones they want to ruin the IP. They don't want anyone else to ruin the IPs.
Sure.
But
If someone's
honestly,
gonna ruin it, it might as well be us.
yeah, but honestly, like Paramount
looks great.
and Nickelodeon has had Turtles for a long minute. And you know, everyone's out there in the world trying to get the IPs up and try to make it AKA like a Star Wars.
Including Tom and I.
No, that's original IP. Everyone's trying to
my
make
bad,
their
sorry.
IP the big IP. And it's like, no,
It
we
will
have
be an
original
IP.
stories. We have original stories that should and will be told. But it's just everyone's like, oh, how can we make our Shrek the new you know, I don't know. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. I'm over it.
I love Tom's improv. Can we do the 5 minutes later?
Videos. Anyways, so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, check it out. I think it looks awesome. Steve, have you checked out the trailer yet?
Look, I was excited. I'm a Ninja Turtle nerd, so I was very happy to see it.
Pumped.
It'd be really funny. I mean, I should just. This is also some part of news, and Corey will totally be upset. Corey, I guest starred on another person's podcast, and it's only because I talked about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one time, and they're like, "Oh, you know this stuff?" I was like, "Bruh." But then I went, I was like, all right, cool. And this dude got he's got the turtles as a tattoo, and I was like, bro, don't bring me in here because you think I'm the aficionado on this stuff. It's like, I'm a generalist. I know some small things here and there. Don't worry, Corey, you don't even know the person.
Fine.
Quick side note question: out of the 4 awesome brothers, who's your favorite?
Donatello.
Raph.
You guys are both Donnie fans?
Raph.
No,
But
he
I'm-
said Raph.
like Raph.
I'm Donatello.
I mean, I like
sure.
them all, but Raph
Yeah,
is
well,
my
no,
favorite.
Of course, we all
They're
like
all
them
4
all.
amazing.
Yeah.
I'm a Donnie guy. Raph's attitude I do have sometimes, but Donnie is my guy. Yeah.
Donnie, Mikey, Leo, Raph. Sorry, Raph, Leo. Donnie, Mikey, Raph, Leo. That's my order.
Probably Raph, Leo, Mikey, Donnie.
Yeah. That tracks for us, Tom. That tracks for us.
No, I'm excited for that. And I saw the cast too. Seth is Rocksteady and John Cena is Bebop. Excuse me. Seth is Bebop. John
Other
Cena
way
is Rocksteady. Jackie Chan is Splinter. That's I'm excited.
That's the one I was like, ooh, baby. That's what I'm excited about. So yeah, we'll see where that goes. It's gonna come out this year. You know, we usually have gotten the question, what's the movie you're most excited about this year? That's probably the one for me at this point, because
Oppenheimer.
I mean, Dune 2 is coming out, Rebel Moon, but like this one's
Oppenheimer. It's Oppenheimer. We get it. But other than that, it can be this.
Corey has it in the barrel ready to go.
Oppenheimer.
That's it.
An actual atomic bomb. But you know, we all like Cillian Murphy. But Steve, you came back right in time. We don't want to lose you because okay, hold on real quick. The news. What happened to you?
I don't know. I was hardwired in and suddenly everything went black. Everything's connected. Everything's on. My computer's like, not connected. I restarted. Still doing that. So I'm on Wi-Fi right now, which, oh boy, here we go.
Everyone send to Steve's all the love, all the bits, because my God, his whole house is built on beef jerky, and I don't know how it works. Like his Ethernet cable,
Slim Jim.
Slim Jims and Hope.
Maybe the dogs have been eating your Ethernet.
This is what I wasn't sure. The cable is fine, but they're around it. The dog and the cat. Ooh, yeah, nice, Corey. So I don't know. I'm on Wi-Fi at the moment. So far, so good.
Well, we talked about online bullying and Ninja Turtles.
I learned about msrachel when you mentioned it. Before I had no idea who she was.
Big name in our household, according to our
sad story. Yeah, sad story. That's horrible.
Stupid.
Yeah, stupid. That's what it is. That's the true word. And turtles. Okay, sorry. And so it's my turn now.
It is your turn.
Bring on the wrestling.
You came in like right on time.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you got 5 minutes though. We got questions. We got questions in the barrel.
My bad. Oh, Oppenheimer. Big AEW pay-per-view over the weekend called Revolution. Had some great matches in there. It all came to the big finale, which was AEW champion Maxwell Jacob Friedman, aka MJF, easily, possibly, I'm going to say one of the top heels in wrestling right now, and arguably in the past as well, because the guy is magnificent and he has the freedom of being on a TV 14 program that pushes the envelope. He took on Bryan Danielson, who is arguably one of the best technical wrestlers there is today. Those two were in an Iron Man match for the title, which is basically, those of you who don't know, 60 minutes. The person with the most pins wins the match.
Like Pinhead from the Hellraiser?
No, not that. No. So with the most wins, meaning pin or submission in the match at the end of 60 minutes wins. It was tied 3-3 at 60, went into sudden death, and MJF pulled off the victory. And if you see it online, he has a fantastic press conference where he goes off. It's a beautiful heel talent right there. I am excited about this because Wednesday night, David Barry and our friend Mike Morrow will be at Golden One Center in Sacramento to catch the live showing of AEW Dynamite and the recording of AEW Rampage, which comes on Friday nights. We'll be there for 3 hours of AEW Mayhem. We're going to get the fallout of this pay-per-view. It's going to be phenomenal. I'm going to buy a t-shirt of The Acclaimed. The Acclaimed are a fantastic team if you haven't heard of them. They're the ones who say they made so scissor me is their hand gesture to each other, and it's fantastic. Moving on, we are in WrestleMania season. WrestleMania is coming to you live from SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, California. And there you go. April 1st and April 2nd, right there. The tribal chief, the head of the table, the leader of the bloodline, Roman Reigns, will be defending his undisputed WWE championship against Cody Rhodes, the son of the American Dwayne Dustin Rhodes, baby, woo! And brother of Dustin Rhodes, aka Goldust, who is now in AEW. He will be challenging Roman Reigns. It's legacy versus legacy, family name versus family name. It's going to be fantastic.
So it's like Creed 2.
Kind of, yes. Yes, Roman is the other great heel of our time. He's the leader of the bloodline. He is fantastic. You boo him, but you also cheer him. I proudly represent the bloodline because I'm biased toward the Anoa'i Fatu family, but I will also be at WrestleMania. I will be there with my cousins and brother-in-law at SoFi Stadium, watching the showcase of the Immortals, April 1st and 2nd. It's going to be phenomenal. I'm excited. More matches will be announced as we get closer. Another one is Seth Rollins taking on Logan Paul. That will be a pretty good match because both those guys are freaking talented. I'm sorry, Logan Paul is an asshole, but he is talented in the ring. I can't help it. He was meant to be a wrestler. That's what we got so far happening in WrestleMania. What's wrong, Tom?
How many years have I lived here trying to get you to work on some shit that I make? How many years have you known Corey and he's trying to get you to work on some shit he's trying to make?
Yeah. This
and
is
then you want to watch these half-naked men jump around without hard-ons because their shit don't work no mo. Because if you be jumping on warm bodies, that's something gonna happen. And you're gonna come here for 2 days.
It's a pansexual
and you're
event.
not gonna come see us at all.
Boys.
Okay, I don't have time.
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
My cousin.
I'm gonna turn you off.
There you go. My cousin Bobby, who is a fantastic individual, bought a suite for his coworkers. Wow, you black screened me. I just saw that. I just saw that. Yeah, you gave me the Soprano treatment. I just saw that.
But your audio is still coming in.
Yeah, thanks. He bought a suite, coworkers, saved seats for me. It's WrestleMania, my first time ever going to WrestleMania. He black screened me again.
I don't have any control here.
Listen.
Maybe what should have mattered more was the first time you worked with me and Corey at the same time.
Wait, let him continue. Damn it, Bobby got you a.
I'm going to WrestleMania.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
Despite what Tom says, I mean, you should be seeing us. He's right. But
I know. If it wasn't for the work trip I have right before it, I was going to go into SoCal earlier, but because I'm going to be in Salt Lake City with the Mormons, it goes right into the flight to LA. It cuts away the free time. Hey, you guys want to go to WrestleMania pregame stuff?
Sure.
I think Corey would want to meet you since he hasn't actually physically met you in real life.
I know. I'm
Sounds so
sorry. It does sound wrong.
Don't be sorry. Don't do it again.
Damn.
Moving on.
Sorry, Dad.
I'm father.
I think I gotta go.
Mom and Dad are fighting.
No, Mom just let you off the hook. He said, let him talk. Let him
Thanks,
be
Mom.
excited to go to the zoo.
I love the zoo. I love the zoo.
All right. Well, we got all the news topics out of the way. We're moving on to our second last part of the show, which is going to be our questions.
Yes, Zell. Logan Paul is wrestling. He signed a contract with WWE as a part-time wrestler, and as much as I dislike him outside of wrestling, he is very talented in the ring. He could have a career there if he continues.
What if he went against Brock Lesnar?
Brock has an issue going longer than 5-10 minutes in his matches now because
are we still talking about wrestling?
Yes.
Okay.
But Brock could destroy him within 5 minutes.
Okay. So now we're moving on to the second part of the show.
Man.
We're going to do our questions. This is where people in the chat get to be involved. People who are watching afterwards, y'all could send your questions over to nerdon.tv/questions, or you can go join our Nerd On Nation for $1 and get put in front of all the lines. So we answer your questions first for as low as $1 a month, and it helps support all of us directly. If you can't drop them little subbies over at Twitch, do the 4 quarters over on Patreon, and it helps us out directly. You know what I'm saying? Times are kind of hard. If you're in between jobs and gigs, you could join our Discord for free, 90 free, nerdon.tv/Discord. But if you join that Nerd On Nation, nerdon.tv/Patreon, then you could be part of this like server that has like these special channels, and you can talk to us, and it's a little bit more personal there, and we try to get to know you, and it's all good. It's a safe space, baby.
It's safe.
But anyways, you can ask us questions
Like
such as
Oppenheimer.
Glitch MC asks.
Off mic.
Actually, this is Corey and Steve's favorite kind of question because I both kind of know your answers.
Oh,
Wrestling.
okay.
Glitch MC, favorite pizza topping?
Oh, yeah.
You know my answer?
Fuck no. I just know that you like to talk about pizza, but I know that Steve's loves to be like, and what? And you want to fight about it?
Yep.
Is it?
Go
Did I
ahead,
just-
Corey. Go
is
ahead,
it?
Corey. Say yours.
Oh, okay. My favorite pizza topping of all time, it's pepperoni. I just love pepperonis. I like to put a lot of other things on them, but if we're just picking one, it's pepperoni.
My
100%.
my favorite combo is pepperoni pineapple.
There it is. You and Dana.
Not the Canadian bacon.
Yeah, either or. But I've also liked the recent trying of pepperoni and pineapple together. I like that added spice.
Well,
to
I was gonna say that salty, spicy with the soury sweetness. Okay. I like. I'm sorry now.
See, mine's. I like to do pepperoni. If I do just a plain pepperoni, it's feta cheese with the pepperoni.
Nice.
Booty.
That's great. That's great.
Eat the booty like it's groceries. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
mean, come on. I've seen those videos.
no, actually, favorite topping though. I'm like a plain Jane, baby. Cheese is fine. Cheese is fine.
Yeah, you can't come wrong with cheese.
like-
Cheese is yummy.
To me, I just more like I want the vessel
screen
for more cheese. Like I want the fucking crust to
full
have
cheese?
cheese inside. I want a
I see what
thin
you mean.
crust, so it's like
see
even
what
just
you mean.
more cheese. And like I want the cheese with the sauce and then the
Have a thin
cheese.
crust with
I
the
feel
cheese
it.
inside. You
I
can't do
feel it.
that.
I want all that stuff.
Can't have a thin crust and a cheese crust.
I'll make it, baby. I'll make it.
Doesn't physically make any sense.
I'll make it, baby. I'll make it.
Put the cheese in there.
I'll
it's no
use
longer a
puff
thin crust.
pastry and make it as a thing, and then I'll just use just
They can't. it
spongy
can't support the
bullshit
weight of the pizza.
flatbread.
No way, it would just soak up all the juice from the sauce.
No, I'll do it. I'll
heard it.
make it. I'll make it,
Pizza
man.
skills are subpar. Black screen him.
Black screen.
Did you black screen me instead?
Tom
That was
Black screens
happening?
himself.
I don't even know which the fuck is my camera. Oh, there it is.
No, don't do it. Don't do. You don't have to do it. Just for the
Hello.
bit.
All right.
Just for the bit.
All right.
I like that question. Good job.
That was nice.
Okay, so
Tom
next question is going to be from TDog8282. If you were a gym leader in Pokemon, what type would your gym be, and what would be your main Pokemon?
I think we've answered this before.
Yeah, I don't.
But I don't think it's Steve's.
The heavyweight gym Pokemon. I don't remember the gym names. I'm
Fighting.
sorry.
You'd be a fighting.
Fighting
type.
gym? Okay, fighting,
Fighting
type.
type.
Okay.
Right?
Back to Sopranos. All right.
Right, Tom?
Yeah.
He'd be- which Pokemon would he use?
Steve's?
Yeah. Fighting gym. What would be his main Pokemon?
Bulbasaur? What am I gonna be? Venusaur? What am I?
I mean,
No,
the thing
fighting-
is, the
fighting
thing is, Steve's could be like, yo, we're gonna bring in like Hitmonchan and Machamp and all that stuff, right? But I feel like also
Oh,
Steve's
it's
is,
Machamp.
but also Steve's would also be like Gardevoir, Lopunny,
Yeah, but it's Machamp. It's a wrestling Pokemon.
Vaporeon.
It's Machamp.
That's who Steve's would use.
It's one. It's your main.
Steve,
It's
all the
Machamp.
ones that I mentioned are all the ones that certain members of the community want to do the adult stuff with.
Rule 34.
I'll take it.
So that's why I was like, Steve would also do that stuff too. You know, I'm like,
Good point. I'll the appeal.
So,
Tom knows mine. You just want to answer for mine.
Psychic, Alakazam, Mega,
Yeah,
so
there
he can
it
get a
is.
giant ass spoon.
Pikachu Libre. Oh, nice. All right.
There was a Pikachu that has a luchador thing.
I'll take that.
For me, it's either fire type or it's gonna be dark type, and it's gonna be Umbreon.
It's Dark Umbreon. That's what I was gonna say. Dark Umbreon. It's Dark Umbreon.
Yeah, it's dark type and it's Umbreon, baby. I love
Yeah.
my Umbreon.
Shiny or regular? You like the blue or the yellow?
I like the yellow. I mean,
Batman.
the black one looks so
Batman.
good, but yeah, black is so good. It's so good. Okay, last question from the
Pokemon, I see.
pre-selected, and then we have
Okay,
some questions from the chat from last week. And then anyone in the chat, please start sending us those questions if you have them. Next one is going to be from Ethan Who. This is an interesting one. Which platform is your favorite to produce content for? So we're talking about like TikTok, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Twitch, and all that stuff. Is that what we're talking about?
One more time the question. I'm sorry, I missed the first part. Say it again.
Which platform is your favorite to produce content for?
Oh.
I'm assuming that's the thing.
Yeah, probably YouTube. Just
Yeah.
because what I enjoy doing the most is like shorts and sketches, and they're just not the types of shorts. Shorts don't go on it TikTok or Instagram or anything like that. And the sketches I write or like to edit are a little longer than what goes on TikTok.
Yeah, I've been bad lately, but I'm YouTube with a little bit of TikTok. 'Cause I like what's done on TikTok, but I've been horrible keeping up on TikTok stuff. But 24 frame per second widescreen film. That's Tom.
Maybe 23.97.
I know it's not the actual
Aspect ratio.
My videographer coworker did the same thing. Actually, it's 23.9.
77, which would be 98 and something. I mean, the ones I currently make stuff for is it's probably YouTube's probably my favorite. I think YouTube just provides a lot more variety, if anything, too. So, like, if you want to do podcasts, it could still live on YouTube. If you want to do short stuff, you could do it on YouTube. If you want to do long form stuff, you could do it on YouTube. YouTube, as well as any type of visual medium, can kind of be so fluid, right? Like TikTok, let's say even you do like jokes on Twitter, right? Like TikTok requires a level of like restriction as well as like discipline to make it so quick, but also the world's at your disposal because you won't really get copyright flagged for anything. But YouTube has a little bit of that restriction where it's like your video may not be blocked from a bunch of countries because you sampled something or used something. But in that sense, it allows you to like, okay, let me see if I can modify or see how other people did it and stuff like that too, right? So every other kind of platform is so much younger than what YouTube is. So it's interesting to see like that YouTube has kind of gone through a lot of their growing pains. But in that sense, I think YouTube is something I probably would like. And there's something where, even in the back of my head, I was like, maybe, it's like I once dreamed of making like long web series on YouTube back when I was watching a lot of Wong Fu and stuff like that. But now I'm at the point where it's like, oh, it could kind of be anything. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
All right. So now we have questions from the chat from last week.
Oh my God, this got so bright.
Ooh, so much light in his face. Look at that.
Yeah, someone just flashed him.
So flashed myself.
What?
You bring it up as if it's like such a naughty thing, but it's actually, I feel like, oh, that's sweet. At least the reason why I saw it go viral, I was like, oh. A lot of people just said like, this changed me. It's very good. Anyway, so Black Diablo Mamba. Steve's, you're not gonna be. You kind of be part of this question. You could put it in, and maybe you know what. This is how we're gonna do it.
Ooh, okay.
You give us the actor, and then Corey will find out what the character. So this is the question. Ooh, okay. I have another question. Who would you cast to be a planeswalker in the new Magic the Gathering the movie? Note, they must make sense and appear to look like them. So we're looking for accuracy. So Steve's, if you want to throw an actor, Corey can try to find a planeswalker that goes to it.
Okay.
Oh man.
Charlie Day.
Charlie Day as a planeswalker?
What was that?
Lord. He's not a planeswalker.
God damn it, even though he's all around. He's Jace.
Wild card.
Oh, he has to look like him, Tom.
Jace has a thing, right? Isn't he? Doesn't actually not look like that.
Tom, black screen yourself.
Tybalt. Yeah, Tybalt could be cool for Charlie Day. He's a devil. He's a little devil planeswalker.
And a wild card.
Yeah. But also
Idris Elba.
Oh, come on. Okay. They based the art off him.
It's pretty much like if someone said, "Oh, cast the
Charlie
Avengers."
Day's such a good one.
Yeah, it's like cast the Avengers if the Avengers weren't made. It's like Samuel Jackson. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
I went to Charlie Day because Horrible Bosses when I was on a few days ago, so that hit quick to me.
That's completely underrated movie. I don't know. Is it
Oh
underrated?
God, yes. I think it's hilarious.
I don't hear anybody talk.
It's a lot better than the second one. Much like what I was saying about, I don't know.
Still look my ass off at it.
Who are some notable planeswalkers? I mean, Nicobola.
Well, I mean, you got the original, like, I mean, one of them's a lion, but you could replace that with Gideon. So you got Gideon Jura, you got
Is the
Chandra
lion
Nalaar,
what's his name?
Ajani.
Ajani.
Goldmane.
That's your boy.
You have Chandra, who's the red mage, Jace, who's the blue mage, Liliana, the black mage, and Garruk,
I say
green mage.
Liliana. She's so good to me, as Steve's.
Who would say Garruk? Big
Aubrey
beef
Plaza.
boy. Big beef
Oh,
boy.
never
Big
mind.
Beef Boy, Big Nasty. Look at Big Nasty. Steve, do you know who Big Nasty is?
Kevin Nash.
You're
That's
literally
Big
just
Sexy.
defending him because he's in Creed 2. He's Drago's son.
Oh yeah. This is a big
Um,
sexy. That's Kevin Nash.
Ooh, Jason Momoa.
Oh yeah, he could play Garruk. He's gotta be a little older. But
Dave
You
Batista.
can age him up.
yeah.
You can age
Dave
him
Batista's Garruk is not bad.
up. Liliana of the
Dave
Veil.
Batista's Garruk is not bad at all.
See, look up Liliana of the Veil. You'll know why. You'll be like, and Angela White cannot.
Damn it. What's the name? One more time,
Jason
sorry.
Momoa could be
Liliana of the Veil. Man, Eva Green is always going to be like in my head as that, like, she need to be that sorceress. You know what I'm saying?
Of the Veil.
You know who could be Jamie Alexander? She could be her.
Who?
She's Sif from the Thor movies.
Oh yeah.
I lied it.
I let it.
I lied it.
Chandra's young.
Liliana of the Veil.
You know who could play Chandra
Dude.
is what's her name from It?
Oh, Justine?
No, younger. The girl.
Oh,
The younger girl from It. She's in the.
young Chastain.
She's
Whale?
in a new movie.
No, it's Max.
Not her.
Liliana.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know
She's
you're
in the
talking
Dungeons
about-
and Dragons movie that's
I
coming.
forgot her name. I know. Yeah, she's young Jessica Chastain.
Sophia Lillis. Yeah,
Bingo.
she could play Chandra. She could play Chandra Nalaar.
Liliana of the Veil.
Then there's like Nissa, who's the other green planeswalker elf lady.
How about Kaito?
Kaito?
Yeah, right. He's that's a planeswalker, right? Right?
Let me see.
I have a planeswalker card that is Kaito something. Kaito something. Benedict Cumberbatch as Ugin.
Oh, the ninja guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Donnie Yen as blind martial artist for the fourth time.
This guy's like 20 something.
Yoshi Sudarso.
Oh, I could actually see. Well, I'm still looking at Liliana of the Veil.
Who's playing Urza, Tom?
Urza. I mean,
I got one. but I'm
in
trying to
my
find it.
mind, it's Doc Brown. it's Christopher Lloyd, but then I'm assuming we want him a little bit limberer.
Because he still fights.
He still fights. Man, come on, man.
Potential option for Liliana of the Veil, just because I saw her eyes. Actress Alexandra Daddario. She was in the first season of White Lotus, also in True,
True
Detective.
Detective. There's big reasons why people remember
Aside
that.
from that, look at her eyes, though. Her eyes, though.
You know who could play Urza? Who I think would be an interesting Urza cast is actually Jeff Bridges.
That could be good.
Ooh,
That could be good.
I'll watch anything Jeff Bridges is in. Come on.
Yeah.
But there's
So,
part
anyway,
of me that
just a
also
lot of 'em.
feels like. I mean, we don't have to keep Urza as a Caucasian male, right?
No, it's well. The thing is, they just said that it has to look like them in their question. So I was going off the character art itself.
Well,
There's
I'm
a
trying-
lot of people who I think I could play these characters who don't look like the art.
Well, I'm
I
trying to
could
say,
go
I'm
off
trying,
on
I'm
that.
trying, I'm trying to think of like, like
Brian Cox.
like James Bond, right? You think suave man, British or English, right? Typically Scottish, supposed to be, but then like there was a high like demand for Riz Ahmed. And I'm thinking, I was like, is there something like that where we can do with Urza? Because Urza's pretty tanned, right? So it doesn't.
You should play Jace.
Riz Ahmed?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Riz can be suave. He's a suave.
Oh, for
individual
sure.
like that. Oh, yeah.
But I'm looking at Urza. You know who actually be kind of crazy as Urza? He's a little young for it, but then like I'm just seeing what's the one where he's like this? Where he's like this? The Urza.
The Urza's.
There's
the
a
guy's
picture.
arms out.
Yeah, he's got his arms out. There's like a staff to his left, and then like a thing. Anyways, the homie that play. Ooh, Jeremy Irons actually pretty good. Like his Ozymandias from Watchmen.
Oh yeah, Jeremy Irons could be great.
Is that what you're gonna say? Is that what you were gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say the dude, the young Ozymandias from the Snyder
movie.
film.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're talking about
he's
his
good
like
too.
board wipe, the Urza's whatever.
probably.
Because
Yeah.
everything except the legendary ones.
Yeah, I was like, because he looks a little just like fantastic, you know.
Yeah.
Next question. All right, next question. We can go all day. We can go all day.
I'm
for
gonna be
all the
thinking
planes.
about this for a long time.
Yeah.
All day.
Corey loves fan casting, and so does Steve's. And if Steve's it could be really
Trying
cool.
to start a podcast for us. to
If
just do
Steve's
something.
it'd be cool if Steve just saw the pictures, like, oh, this person, this person, this person, and then we break it down and be like, oh, that's interesting.
That's
for this
gonna be our
person's career.
text thread later. So
Thank you guys.
Tom's gonna go to bed, but Steve's and I are gonna.
Yeah. We'll keep
You
it like-
can keep texting, but I will mute it and I will get to it tomorrow morning. All right, T-Dog 8282. Would you rather do a Tough Mudder or bike 50 miles in a day?
I've only done Spartan and Camp Pendleton mud runs, so I would try biking. Yeah, I'd ride bike.
I would do a Tough Mudder.
Bike at home.
I would do a Tough Mudder every day of the week. Every day of the week over 50 miles in a bike. 50 miles is a set amount of distance you must cross within 24 hours. I don't know how far I can go on a bike in a day. I'd like to imagine I can go pretty far for 50 miles, but also I realize like that's a lot of distance on a bike, right? But then for a Tough Mudder, you don't have to run.
No.
You
That's what I
could
like about
walk
Spartan.
the whole thing.
Spartan too. That's what I liked about it.
Yeah. I ran, and that sucked butt. But it doesn't have to, and I like doing all the physical challenges and all that stuff.
Same.
So yeah.
Same.
So I would do that. I would do that. Corey?
Coremeister?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even know. I don't know what either of those are. So
Okay, a Tough
Come on,
Mudder
bro.
is typically a half marathon, so 13.1 miles. And typically every mile or every 2 miles, there is like a series of obstacles. Some of them are like crawling underneath the mud, under like barbed wire. Some of them are running through all these like electrical wires and you will get shocked. Some of them are like you go into a storage container full of ice and you go underneath the obstacle and go over that. One's like jumping, a 50-foot like leap and then swimming 50 feet across water and
Dodging bullets.
and then like doing like 20 pull-ups or like lifting 100 pounds of log and getting to one place, carrying your partner for like 100 meters,
Surviving a torture scene from Saw. Stuff like that.
climbing a monkey bars over like mud.
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. Nope.
Yeah. Getting pedigree
other
on
one?
tax like Foley.
Bike 50 miles in one day.
Yeah.
Okay.
That.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So
What's
two
the
bikes.
average to ride 50 miles on a bike if you're going it's like 4-ish hours, right?
Yeah, I can see that.
Maybe.
I can see
I
that.
don't know.
I can see that.
How long does
See, biking is a little
it
easier than
take
running.
to
I love
bike?
biking. I bike
Yeah.
almost every day
I
already.
got a spin bike, so I do that.
A little beach cruiser.
A good 50-mile time is 3 hours and 12 minutes. The average
Wow,
is
Lord of the Rings.
average.
That's Lord of the Rings viewing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I would just probably put that on a little phone on my
Yeah.
bike.
Score.
Watch Lord of the
Play-
Rings and
Play the old
rattle on.
Howard Shore score while you're writing. Yeah.
That's
Because
true. Depends
you
if
know
it's loud or hilly.
you could reenact the movie in your brain if you heard the music.
I'll recite it.
Steve's
more entertaining.
Steve's for some
So I'll say like 5 hours then. If 3.5 is a good time, I'll say 5 hours. Yeah, I'll do that.
Steve, you're pretty familiar with the Sacramento like area, right?
Yeah.
I once biked from Arden up not Greenback, but Garden Highway, and then made a ride on Truxell,
Yeah.
and then all the way down to Elkhorn. It wasn't 50 miles, but I'm pretty sure I was like, oh, it's like
It's a good trick.
that's a good trick. It's good several hours.
I just want to let you know that I made my mind up as you described the first obstacle. I just want to. So you know.
All right.
I didn't get shocked in Spartan race, but damn.
Okay, I
None of
got
that. Let me just get on my bike.
one last question. One last question from
Yeah.
Bad Reprint.
Shout out.
This question is: who's a villain who you have a thing for? I watched Kingsman yesterday and Gazelle. Yowza. I'm the villain you got a thing for?
Yeah, Tom.
No, it's not-
Who's
it's
a
not-
villain you got a thing for? What did they watch?
Kingsman, Gazelle, the
Oh.
sword legs.
Sword legs. Yeah.
Well,
makes
Battery
sense.
Print, guess who's leading the ensemble of the next sci-fi epic movie in Daddy Snacky Snidey? It's her. She's the lead actor in Rebel Moon.
Who's it?
Give me 2 seconds.
Oh,
Watchmen. Nope, not Watchmen. Why did I say Watchmen? Rebel Moon.
Sophia Boutella.
Yep, Sophia Boutella.
I like her name. I like the name.
She
was
was also
also-
the Mummy.
I was gonna say she's also the mummy.
She was also
The new mummy.
The new
Oh,
Mummy.
in the Tom Cruise one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, did you
gotcha.
watch?
Tomcat Cruise.
Did you watch the Tom Cruise Mummy, Corey?
Did not.
I mean,
I
technically,
did.
she
My
wasn't the
girl's in
Mummy.
it. Yeah, right.
Oh,
Technically,
spoiler.
I thought
It's
that
Tom
was
Cruise.
the weirdest move they went. I was like, but why?
Tom Cruise the whole
but
time.
why?
I watched that movie, Tom, because Peaky Blinders.
because of what's
Annabelle Wallace.
Villain.
What was the question? Oh, villain we got a thing for.
Liliana the
I said that. I was like, Tom's gonna be Liliana Vest. So, that's a great question.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, for
Does
me,
Harley Quinn count?
it depends, right?
Not
Where
really a
she
villain.
is in her
Yeah.
life.
Like
Birds of
her and
Prey, she's not a
Catwoman.
villain, right?
Her and Catwoman like ride the line of it.
Yeah.
Like also like okay,
Right,
so
right.
Catwoman depends on her publication, like the publication era. Harley Quinn
Yeah.
depends in her story arc because I feel like she's never ever been truly a villain.
No.
I'd say
It's got to be Poison Ivy, right?
That's what I was gonna say. Poison Ivy.
I don't know. I
Batman's
mean,
Robin.
Eva
'Cause,
Green
the-
from Rise the 300 from 300 Rise of an Empire.
Poison Ivy with the vines.
Xenia on a top.
No. Xenia on a top.
I don't know who that is.
Come
I can't
on.
believe you got that, Steve.
Yeah, man. Come on. Xenia on a top will
GoldenEye,
destroy
Tom.
you.
Oh, I always
With
pronounce it
her
as
legs.
Xenia.
Famke Janssen.
yeah,
legs.
yeah, the legs. Yeah, I remember.
When she's got him squeezing. and
No,
licks
her
his
character
face and
goes like
throws him
"Yeah,"
down.
when in Goldeneye, the game. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I always pronounce it as Lost Full Metal Alchemist. She's good. She is Ethan, who, if you don't know, I believe Caitlin voices her in the live action dub on Netflix
Of what?
of Lust, a villain in
Metal.
Full Metal Alchemist. She's a
Dana
homunculi.
does
Hawkeye or Hawk something.
Hawk.
Hawk shot.
The police.
She
the
shoots. She
police
shoots
lady.
guns.
The police lady.
She's
Gotta be a
badass.
hot shot.
Hawk
I
shot.
think it's just Hawk.
I mean, Cersei from Justice League animated. they just too curvy. You know what I'm saying? And
There's no such
she
thing as
just
curvy.
she just
Hawkeye.
yeah. Riz got that Riz. Ethan.
Regina George.
Of course, Corey.
Does that count? She's a villain.
She's an antagonist. I don't know if she's a villain.
All right. All right. I tried to Tom the system.
Can't out Tom. No one makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody.
Oh, I got one.
Yeah. Go ahead.
She's a heel right now in WWE and is the first contender for the women's championship. Rhea Ripley. Look her up.
Okay. Bellator is MMA, right?
Yeah, yes,
Okay,
Bellator
cool,
is, yes.
cool.
Then it's Poison Ivy.
The only reason I it's Poison Ivy.
That's all I can think of.
What about Emma Frost, baby? You know what I mean? What about Mystique, baby? What about
Again, I would call them antagonists, not villains. And it also depends. Again, depends on Mystique's life, where she is in life.
True.
Valid set.
What about Lady Deathstrike, though? What about Kelly Hu? You know what I'm saying? You know, some Kelly Hu? You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
The actress Kelly Hu?
Yeah, she plays Deathstrike in X2.
That's right. I love her. I love Kelly Hu.
Okay.
I just haven't heard someone say her name besides my brain in a while, so it was nice to hear her name again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Corey, what's your actual pick? Regina George?
No, because that got shot down.
We made a list.
Poison Ivy.
I'll go Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy. Okay.
Yeah, that's a safe bet.
I
No, do you like that?
Wax lips and rubber nibs, Tom.
That's
again the vines that she holds you while she anyway.
Some people pay good money for that, Steve's.
Yep, I know. I have. Anyway.
As we see him turn the camera, his entire room is just changed.
Those are Fridays.
Oh, I mean, no, they're antagonists. I was going to say the Amazons from Futurama, Snoo.
Perfect. Death from Snoo.
That's from Snoo. Okay, y'all, let's wrap it up. That's it, everyone. Thank you for sticking with us, watching, and adding to the show, but with your questions. Thank you to Battery Print for the sub, or for the raid, Mr. Big Nate for the sub, and then Pop and Buddy Girl for the follow. And also shout out to, I believe, Lizzie Cannon for the first time chatting in our chat, but coming through from the raid. Everyone, take care of yourselves. If you enjoyed this, go and check out all the things that is Nerd On at nerdon.tv through our website. If you're going to go buy some things for no reason, go check out the affiliate page. You see the Amazon link. Just go through there. That can help us out a little bit. Also, if you just want to, get some karma in your life.
Sarah Sanderson.
Who?
Sarah Sanderson. That's my answer.
Is she from Saving Silverman?
She's one of the Sanderson sisters.
Oh yes,
From
come
Hocus
little
Pocus. She's a villain.
children.
Villain, straight up.
She was our, she's the first one.
Oh, Hocus Pocus.
Nobody rides a broomstick like Sarah Sanderson.
That is a deep cut. The house.
again.
The
You
Katie
require
Siegel
children.
from Smart
It'll take me a
House.
couple tries, but
Oh, ooh, a boy.
Boys. All right, everyone. Let's go ahead and raid somebody. We're gonna go send y'all over to. How about your Moonstone? They're playing some Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi 3. I love that shit. Okay.
Ray Ripley.
Okay, I see. Everyone, check out our YouTube. We have a bunch of stuff coming up there. If you want to get some karma, just go ahead and like everything, leave a comment, say good stuff, all the good things. Steve's someday Crusader's gonna do a show at some point.
Someday.
I'll be there.
And yeah, everyone, check out all of our things going on in the Discord. Join that; it is free. And we're gonna hit the raid right now. But
That raid, bro.
if I've gone through everything. Take care, all you lovely, sexy nerds. Drink water. Take care of yourselves. Bid everyone here a great night. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Corey, for bringing great co-hosts. And you know the drill. Yeah.
As always, acknowledge us. And
Nerd on.
on.